In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to overcome a bit of social stagnation. If you've just gone out and you need to throw yourself in, but you're not really feeling like the vibe, you know, you're walking around, and or you're not really entirely convinced that you find the woman in question you're going to talk to attractive, but you still want to use that as a way to leverage up your social lubrication and become more social for the session, because it's all about social momentum. So let's watch the clip and then we'll diagnose step by step what the issues are and how to go about overcoming them. Disculpa, ¿tienes una recomendación para tienes un tattoo?
¿Una qué?
Quiero un nuevo tattoo y no sé nada sobre...
¿de tatuaje?
Yeah, me veo tu tattoo y pensando, oh, quiero un nuevo tattoo.
¿Tienes Instagram?
No, pero ¿cómo se llama?
Lorbe. Es
¿Lobe?
de Guadalajara, sí.
Lobe es el mismo palabra del perro grande. Lobo.
Es la persona que te tatúa.
Eres.
Ajá.
Eres una.
No, yo no.
Ah.
El que me puso esto se llama Lorbe.
Lobe.
Ajá,
¿Es un nombre de una tienda?
No, es el nombre de el que tatúa.
Ah,
de la persona que te lo hace. Pero no tengo su número, solo su Instagram.
Tienes escribiendo. No, veo la primera vez. ¿Qué es en inglés? No, es en español.
Dice en español.
Yo soy un spaghetti viviendo.
Yo soy un ser espiritual viviendo una experiencia terrenal.
Es interesante porque los 3 meses antes he pensado sobre energía de personas, high frequency or low frequency. Okay, so the issue myself and a lot of clients have faced historically over the years is you go out, you're ready to do some approaching, but you're in your own head, you're not really socially warmed up, and you've just got to take the action. And the easiest way to do this is throw out a situational comment. Book a call on the link below so we can help you map out exactly what you want in your dating life, the strategy, the vision, and we can help you get from A to B as quickly as possible, depending on what you want. That's the key thing. We've been doing this for 10 years. We've worked with thousands of dudes. We can save you your most valuable assets, which are your time, your attention, and your money, and get you from A to B as fast as possible. So book a free call, a free dating strategy consultation with us below. So with this girl in question, I actually did want a new tattoo, and I saw she had some ink work. It's a very low pressure opener. You just throw out something and you just see where it goes, right? And it's the Robert Glover thing, right? It's a very good concept. Testing for interest, which is you throw out something about the person or something observational, and either the person wants to continue the conversation, they're high interest, or they don't want to continue the conversation, they're low interest. So I threw out something that was relevant to me and situational, which is I was actually looking for a place to do a new tattoo in Guadalajara. I just got to Guadalajara, I didn't know where the tattoo place was, and I saw she had a tattoo. So I went and said, oh, well, you know, what's the story with your tattoo? And then suddenly you can see she's high interest. We're into a conversation, it's flowing. So the key premise is it doesn't have to be a direct opener. That can load a lot of internal pressure on yourself if you're not feeling very social. It is a game of momentum. You've got to expect how long you've been doing this. When you first leave the house, the next day, it doesn't matter how warmed up you were the day before, when you leave the house the next day, you can just be back to square one with just completely antisocial, and you've just got to leverage yourself in. So it doesn't have to be a direct open, and you can't think your way out of anxiety, right? The more you think about your anxiety, the more anxious you get. The only way to cure anxiety when it comes to socializing is take action and build momentum, and realize whether you get into really good conversations or you get a string of rejections and blowouts, you're still going to feel differently. You're going to feel warmed up and socially just with it, right? So it's all about social momentum. I can't overstate how important that is. Todas las cosas y... Ah, yeah, es interesante.
¿Es acerca de eso?
¿Hablas inglés? Nada. I completamente acordar. No acordar. How do you say agree? How do you say agree? I completely agree.
Estoy de acuerdo.
Ay, yeah. Habla español, que te traduzca.
Yeah, but this thing she's got about the human bit, we're just spiritual beings having human experience. I completely agree with this. Because we're just 99% de energía, nosotros. Sí, es verdad. Entonces, como se dice, we shouldn't take life too seriously.
No hay que tomar la vida muy en serio.
Yeah. Oh no, she takes life super
seriously. No estoy de acuerdo.
Really?
Hay que tomar la vida, o sea, en serio, pero para valorarla.
How do you say the first thing I noticed apart from the tattoo is you had a very serious resting bitch face?
Lo primero que me di cuenta de ti es que cuando te vi es que tienes una cara de No suena así, perra mamona. Resting bitch.
Yes, you were walking, you were like really serious. ¿Dónde está la cocaína? ¿Dónde está? Mi drogas, ¿dónde está? ¿Tienes recomendación para bares para este fin de
Para
semana?
bar.
No discoteca, mi amigo no gusta.
¿No te gustan los antros?
No queremos un rave, queremos un bar legal, so, like a cool cocktail bar.
Un barecito para echar cóctel.
With beautiful people, with cool vibe.
Gente bonita.
Pero ¿de dónde son ustedes?
Yo de Aguascalientes, él de Inglaterra.
Hay uno, pero es que es como, o sea, donde todo el mundo va, que es muy popular, pero es como pura música de despecho y así, ¿sabes? De hecho se llama sala de despecho.
Salada.
Sala de despecho.
Suena para divorciados.
Sí, pero va muchísima gente.
This what?
I'm saying it sounds like a place for divorced people.
Es como lo más popular ahorita de aquí de Guadalajara.
What type of people?
Divorced.
The worst, what do you mean?
No, divorced.
Oh, divorced people.
Yeah.
What's the average age?
Pero, o sea, si olvidas que es como para gente de dolor y todo, se pone padre el ambiente. Porque todo el mundo termina cantando en tonos y haciendo un desmadre y así. O sea, es para ponerte un pedo seguro. Ajá, por eso es que está padre, todo el mundo va ahí. Pero si quieren algo como más relax y así, no sé, solamente los tengo en Instagram y es como, tú tienes Instagram para que te los pase y se los pases a él. Y también el tatuador.
Ah, sí.
Ajá.
What sort of places, ¿qué tipo de lugares te gustan normalmente para salir?
No soy de antros tampoco, no me gustan los antros, pero me gusta ir como a cenar y sobre la cena, así sobre mesa y te quedas echando los drinks.
¿Dónde está el mejor steak en Guadalajara?
Está ahorita como Madalena,
Madalena.
que es aquí en Landmark.
Ah, sí.
¿Saben a dónde
Fuimos a Londres.
Sí, pero ya fueron a cenar ahí o algo, ¿no? Bueno, ahí está la Madalena, o también pueden ir a, ¿cómo se llama? Ay, que también está ahí en Landmark.
envías para mi amigo en
Sí,
Instagram.
yo te envío todo eso y ya, o sea, pueden ir ahí sin broncas. También hay un lugar, no me acuerdo cómo se llama ahí, que es como el Landmark, pero de ahí se pueden pasar a ese lugar y echar unos drinks ricos. Y está muy bajo el lugar y la música está muy
Muy bien.
The other key thing to do, which threads throughout all the conversations you're going to see me in, is I'm always coming from a frame of self-amusement and playfulness. And for a girl that I'm not entirely sure if I found her attractive, I saw her, I was like, oh, okay, don't know. I'm going to go and check her vibe out and just warm myself up and have fun and be self-amusing and playful, right? So self-amusement isn't you're a stand-up comedian needing laughs from the other person. Self-amusement is you're saying stuff that you find funny, you find entertaining, because you want to see where it goes. And that creates a good vibe within yourself. And then because life's a mirror, not a window, often the person you're talking to, whether it's a woman or a man or whoever, is going to mirror that vibe back to you. So you can see here, I'm being playful, I'm having fun, I'm not taking it too seriously. The other thing I'm also doing when I get to a new place is if I find out the girl is from that place, I'm always asking for recommendations, right? Because it gets me talking, it gets her talking, and it gives me valuable information about the place, because when I'm going to a new place, I may have some idea of what's up, but I haven't been to Guadalajara for 2 years, so I wanted to say, where are the cool restaurants, where are the cool bars, you know, where's this tattoo place I can get done, anything in question, right? So I'm leveraging all her information, but at the same time, it's not just turning into a complete Q&A. I'm spiking it up with being self-amusing and playful. And you see, I'll bring the cameraman Luis into the conversation as well, because he's a native Spanish speaker. So I'm leveraging him to, you know, still continue having a playful conversation, if that makes sense. The way guys can do this is when you go out, don't put too much pressure on yourself to go direct, especially if you're kind of on the fence about a girl. A lot of clients of ours, and me historically, it'd be like, unless the girl was our dream girl, we wouldn't approach them, right? But actually, there's always something attractive to be found in a girl, and you don't have to, it doesn't have to be your dream girl. It just has to be a girl you're willing to have a conversation with to get yourself warmed up. It's like Tara drinks. She puts in drinks ricos. She said drinks, yeah. She just puts in the English word occasionally. It's like Tara saying...
Ricos.
No, she said drinks ricos.
Sí, dije drinks ricos.
Drinks ricos.
Okay, yeah.
It's like Tara, what did Tara say?
Nuestro amigo.
¿Cuándo se van?
La semana que entró.
Yeah, maybe tal vez 5 días más aquí.
5 días.
¿Tienes recomendación para un pueblo cerca de aquí que es bonito para...
Sí,
para
Tlaquepaque
sí,
o-
porque queremos visitar
Ajá.
afuera de Guadalajara.
Sí, Tlaquepaque, también está el Chapala.
Oh, you said this.
Chapala,
Tlaquepaque.
Tlaquepaque.
Y Chapala.
Y Chapala, que es un lago. Ajá. Sí.
¿Chapala es un tipo de helado o qué?
No, es un lago, pero vas a...
It sounds like a type of ice cream.
Es un lago. No es verdad. Pero ahí les voy a mandar y ya ustedes ven qué show, ¿va? Les voy a mandar donde se pueden divertir.
¿Cómo te llamas?
Valeria, mucho gusto.
¿Cómo te llamas?
Valeria.
Mucho gusto, Valeria.
¿Tu nombre?
James.
James.
Arturo.
Arturo, mucho gusto. Pues ahí estoy contento. Y qué lástima, porque yo me voy este fin de semana. Si no les diría, vámonos, yo los llevo.
¿A dónde?
Pues obviamente aquí a pasear.
Pensé que ya nos ibas a llevar.
No, yo me voy a Puebla a una boda. Ya mismo voy a estar aquí.
No tenemos traje.
Exacto, ni modo. Pero todos aman. Sí.
And yeah, tell her if she has any lovely friends, lovely amigas who can act as tour guides, then we will pay them in drinks. We'll pay them in mezcal.
Que si tienes algunas amigas guapas que quieran darle el tour, te pagas con mezcal.
No, no mezcal. ¿Qué es la bebida? No es mezcal. Raíza. No, it's solo para Guadalajara, solo para
Tequila.
Jalisco. No, es una raízca, raízcos.
Ayúdame.
Una bebida que es solo de Guadalajara.
Ajá, pero ¿cuál?
It begins with R. It's called like Jaisca or Raízca or whatever.
Cantaritos son...
Los cantaritos son de aquí.
Cantalitos.
Los cantaritos son de aquí.
¿Qué es esto?
Es como una bebida de tequila que le ponen cítricos y sabe como dulce y te lo sirven como en una cazuelita muy mexicana.
Bueno, okay.
Ajá.
Voy a
Pero
probar.
eso solamente está en los lugares como culturales y típicos de aquí. Ajá, en Tlaquepaque. Traen Tlaquepaque aquí.
We need to go, yeah. Mucho gusto y vas a enviar recomendaciones para...
Sí, va, yo se los paso para que vayan. ¿Verdad? Hasta luego.
So use women around you and human beings around you to leverage your own social state, because that's when the magic happens. Usually when you've done 3 or 4 approaches and you're just being very social, you get that kind of trance-like feeling of just social elixir within your veins, and then it's just fun and upbeat. And you can see even throughout the start of the conversation where I began a bit stifled, by the end of the conversation, we're all got a good vibe going on between us, right? And that's awesome, because then the next few conversations that play out, I was warmed up, I was in state, I was having fun. So it's something that you have to be aware of. You're always going to come out the next day feeling socially stagnant. Key is don't put too much pressure on yourself. Throw yourself in and make the conversation about the place in question, about her, something situational, test for interest, and then come at it all with this vibe of playful self-amusement and be willing to walk away, no attachment to outcome. If you'd like to learn, if you've been struggling to try and do this yourself or you're on your own, get in touch, book a call, and we can talk you through exactly how to do this. Maybe it's a case of bringing you out for some coaching and throwing you into approaches 200-300 times, right? Because when you see me do it, you're like, oh, he seems pretty confident. It wasn't the case, you know, when I first started doing this. And if I go for breaks of time, periods of time without approaching, that confidence dips again. It's all about momentum on a micro and a macro level. Hope you took something from this video. We'll see you in the next one. Take care from Ukraine.